We're talking actors and directors who put on the shows.
We're talking playwrights and designers who you'll want to know.
From the very first rehearsal to the final curtain call.
We might be off Broadway, but we're talking about it all.
'Cause we're two local gals
with global pals. It's everything, everything, everything theater.
with Benita
And Ellen. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Everything Theater Podcast Backstage episode. I'm Ellen Cribbs.
And I'm Benita Zahn. And I know I sound a little, it's the end of a thing and then too much talking, but we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
You got that beautiful raspy, like kind of seductive sound.
My 1-900 phone line call voice. Hey, lots going on. First, I think you and I both want to give kudos to Schenectady Light Opera.
Yes.
We both managed to squeeze in, not at the same time, to be in the audience for The Mystery of Edwin Drood.
Yeah.
And bravo. Really. Brian Clementi did a great job directing them. And Carolyn Franz, her choreography was great.
Yeah, for sure.
Really.
And the voices on that stage. Holy cow.
Right?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So great job. And I'm so glad they got to do their final show, not when they planned to, because we are recording today while Snowmageddon is happening. They're supposed to get, I've seen projections of like 12 to 24 inches. Who knows what we're going to end up getting. But it's hard. So they were supposed to have their closing performance today, and they moved it to yesterday matinee and had a 2-show day, which that's a hard show to do twice in one day. But that's what I was going to springboard off with today, Benita, is you're directing and in a winter show, and I did 2 stints of the Albany Civic Theater February slot that you are directing right now, and it's hard. It's hard to do a show in the January-February time frame because the weather is so hard. Last year at Pillowman, weather was great the whole rehearsal, and then Tech Week it hit, and then we had to cancel one show and had very few people the next day because of a snowstorm, and it's hard. What are your thoughts on summer show, or not summer shows, winter shows?
Bottom line is hard. My schedule was a little crazy, so we had added some rehearsals because I didn't think we had enough, and good thing we did. So we rehearsed yesterday, would be Saturday, the 24th, whenever you're listening to this, because we lost today. And we're not sure about Monday, the 26th. I may lose that again too. So the actors, I gave you an option. I said, look, do you want to run lines virtually, or do you want to do them at home? And it's 2 fabulous performers, Kathleen Carey and Tanya Corlew, and they both opted to run lines at home. I said, great, know your lines.
Yeah, because how close are you guys to opening?
I'm sorry?
How close are you guys to opening?
We opened on the 13th.
Okay.
So we have time, but so what's the issue? I think you just do it and you plan as best you can and pray for the best. And that's all. Look, New York City, Broadway is closed today, the 25th. It's closed. I know we both took a quick peek at the calendar on our computers. They closed. Yeah. And I don't know what's going to happen. They may have to tomorrow. They just may be okay on Wednesday because I got tickets to chess. It's I have a cousin. Our birthdays are both the end of January, and we missed last year. But before that, for years we've been getting together. We go see a show. So
nice.
This year we'll do chess. And look, I know the book is, and we all know if you follow theater, they've done some reworking of the book.
Yeah.
But the music in chess is fabulous.
That's my thing with chess, is that I've only seen it once and went into it knowing a lot of the songs, as everyone does. Right. That's why it's done in concert so much, because the script itself is a little lacking. The plot line and the characters are, yeah.
Right, Leah Michelle and Aaron's fight. So, what could be bad?
Right.
Right. But the other kind of big news locally you and I chatted a moment, is Williamstown will not be doing a summer season this year.
Yeah.
Um, and there's a lot of conversation about it. You know, they ran into big trouble because they were not paying their interns. There was a sense that they were using them in a fashion that was perhaps not most appropriate. I just have to fix the camera here for a sec. They were using them too much, and they got done for that. And that changed the way things happened. But your take, Ellen, you know, it's one thing to do an experimental season
Mm-hmm.
and always do experimental. It's another thing to only do that when you're not putting enough fannies in the seats and you can't pay your bills.
Yeah, I think artistic risks are good, but you do need to have the audience base to support that. You can't just start and be like, we're doing stuff that no one knows and hope people come, you know. There has to be a relationship you've established already to do that.
Yeah, and they're taking it on the chin
Mm-hmm.
for many reasons, but for not programming in an appropriate fashion.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have a loss leader. You got to have the bread and the milk a little underpriced so that everybody comes. You just do. I don't know. And there's some question now. I'm sure you've also read, and anybody who's listening, if you want to drop us a line, if they do come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Time will tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it would be tough. A lot of great shows happening coming up. You're doing Da Vinci Code over at Curtain Call.
Yes, yes, which is a wild show to do on stage. I'm very excited to get to tech and see how all this is working because there's a lot of projections and really cool new things that Curtain Call hasn't done tons of in the past, which I think is a very cool challenge for them to take on. But
Yeah,
a big also a very big cast for Curtain Call. Uh, Almost everyone has an accent. It's a very challenging piece, but it's going very well. I'm very excited for it. Been working on my French accent,
oui,
which
oui,
oh
madame. You know, well, break legs. That's great. And you know, it's funny the things you do. I just got cast at Fort Salem to
yes,
do Ripcord. I'll be working with Siri. Oh, come on, Benita, and her son teaches skydiving, and that plays
wow,
into Ripcord. And he said to her, Mom, you really, Siri Allison, you really should jump. You and Benita should jump so you know what this is like. And Siri shared with me, she said to her son, yeah, no. Benita maybe, me no.
you've never been.
No, I always wanted to do one for a story back when I was reporting. I would do anything for a story. It's like you had something conferred on you. But I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I've done it,
You
and
did.
yes, and it was definitely the scariest thing. Sitting, it's the moment where they open the door. And you have to like wait for them to get you all situated and like buckled in and all this stuff. And you're just sitting there looking at this open door of sky. You're like, wait a minute, hold on, we're jumping out of this thing. I didn't think this through. And that moment, and then as soon, at least my experience, as soon as you jump, then it's just thrilling and amazing. And the fear goes away.
Because I've heard you don't really have a sense of falling per se.
Man, not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you do it
Especially,
again?
um, I don't know, maybe. Yeah.
So I might. We'll see. You know, I think we also want to go back for a moment to
Hmm.
interesting seasons.
Yes, yeah.
Want to give a shout out to Harbinger Theater
Mm-hmm.
because they are doing so much They're doing new, they're doing edgy,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the difference, look, there's a big difference. It's not a pro house, and Williamstown is. So there's a dollars and cents difference in terms of having to pay performers.
Mm-hmm.
So they can afford to be more experimental,
Yeah.
more out there, you know?
And it's
And
great because they're bringing so many regional premieres to the Capital
exactly,
District, which is
yeah,
nice.
gotta hand it to
Yeah.
them. They're doing Ladies' Day, a distant country called Youth, the best we could. And they're also doing Downstate,
Yeah.
which I saw at Playwrights Horizon, I think 2 years ago. And when I saw it, I thought, I wonder if anybody's going to do it locally. And it's bold
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
do it. It's bold. And not to give anything away, but you kind of see where it's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
But even so, it's a bold choice,
Yeah, for sure.
you know? And you're involved in another show upcoming, Ellen, with a company that's getting a lot more attention. I've done their fundraisers the last couple of years. I love them. Share a little bit about Carpe Diem.
Carpe Diem. Yeah. And if you are like, who's Carpe Diem? Go back and listen to our episode we did with them. It was a little ways back now. It was maybe like a year ago, with Brady and Vandy, who are just lovely people and have run this company, which mainly does these summer intensive programs for students. It's like basically a big summer camp where they, then present musicals at the end of it that they've worked on, for hardcore. Um, but they are just launching this new program, which is kind of in the vein. I was telling people it's a little bit of the Park Playhouse model, where they're having students play the student roles, and then they are hiring professional actors to come in to play the adults. So I'm one of those adults in Oliver, which is coming up in May, which is one weekend. It's a short and sweet thing, but it's very exciting, and I think they're also looking at opportunities for the adults to, train the students a bit and share their knowledge and everything, which I think is such a great structure. You learn so much when you're working alongside people who have been doing this and, know what it's like and
Yeah.
how to be professional and what to do. So I'm looking
And
forward to it.
Ashley, I believe, is doing their choreography. Ashley from Park Playhouse.
Yeah, she's a guest choreographer, so I think she's
Right.
coming in for a number or two. But yeah.
And she did work, she worked with them last year also.
Yeah.
So we begin to have this synergy in the community, as you point out, with the adults, those who've been experienced, sharing it with the up and coming.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really quite nice. In fact, at their gala, they always bring in a pro or two or three, somebody who's working in New York
Yeah.
to spend time with the kids and to perform. And the dynamic with them is just wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it may also help the parents go, yeah, okay, you can make a living.
Yeah. For sure.
What are you looking forward to coming up, Ellen?
Well, I'm really excited after going to SLOC to see Mystery of Edwin Drood. I was talking to some people on their board, and they said that they're going to have their big season announcement, I think, in February for their 100th season. So it's going to be a big one, and they said it's a great lineup. So I'm very excited to see what's coming next year at SLOC. But other shows, I mean, I'm obviously very excited to see The Roommate at Albany Civic Theater. That's going to be a great
Me
one,
too.
directed by Benita Zahn. And I'm excited. Schenectady Civic is going to be doing Steel Magnolias coming up.
Kelly, right, Kelly Sinkowitz is directing that.
Yes, yes. And I'm sure those auditions are going to be packed.
Yeah,
Rightly so. It's a great play. Kelly is wonderful. So really looking forward
hey,
to that one. It's just a
yeah,
classic show. You've done it twice.
yeah. It's wonderful. It really is. It's a it's a timeless story.
Hmm.
Mother daughter, friendships,
Yeah.
life. It's a timeless story. It's great. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
wish them the best. I saw Kelly at in the audience at SLOC.
Nice.
So that's great. And yeah, Slock is doing Men of La Mancha coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And they've got a great cast for that. So I'm looking forward to squeaking in some time, you know?
I
That becomes the
know.
other problem is when you're on stage rehearsing something or in something is finding the time to get to somebody else's show because it all overlaps.
I know. That's the thing I put in my calendar. I think I have to come to your opening night for the roommate because it's the only performance I can make because of my own performance with Da Vinci Code and tech
If
and all
not, it's okay. You can come for preview.
that. There we
We'll
go.
let, we'll let you in that one. I actually like having a house that's
Yeah.
small on preview.
Hmm.
Um, I've worked with some directors who don't. They don't want anyone in. And I always like, if not hearing the responses, at least feeling them. You
Yes.
know, the thing is with audiences, you never know if a house is going to be verbal or not.
Hmm.
And you have to learn how to read them when they're not, and how to time and pace when they are.
Yeah. And it's a shame that, a lot of these smaller and community theaters don't have the privilege that, say, Capitol Rep has, where you get to have actual preview performances, where then you can go, oh, that didn't land, did it? Let's rethink that in rehearsal tomorrow, And I think that's a really valuable, because the audience is the missing element to your show.
Right. You know, it's interesting. I haven't experienced it in a long time because I haven't performed at Albany Civic for many years. Is they do a critique night
That's right.
where the board comes in, as you well know, and they look and they listen and then they share. And it's for the director. You know, where did you hit the mark? Where didn't you hit the mark? And the questions they ask you and the comments they make. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Little change of pace, don't you think?
Sure.
You just did that with them with Pillow Man.
Hmm. Yep, absolutely. And they point out things that you're like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
And the other thing I think we can take a moment just to give the shout out to all the tech support in the community.
Mm.
The guy, who's Peter Kent, who's building our set, is building a set at Schenectady Civic right now. You
Yeah,
know, it's a lot of crossover.
there is. I love that crossover. I think that's what makes it such a great region to live in. Everyone's looking out for each other. They're all like, oh, you need this, I've got this. And I think it's getting even better. Year by year, I've been noticing even more crossover with things.
And then I suppose we could let a little of the cat out of the bag. There's some planning going on for the craft festival,
Yes. Yes, there is. And we're working on it. And I think, some of this crossover I'm talking about is because of last year's craft festival. I know that you're talking about the technical elements that the whole group kind of formed after the festival last year, saying, hey, we need to communicate better with each other. Let's have this ongoing chat with each other. So we're hoping to continue with that and continue with creating this great place that will be a destination for theater.
I'm trying to think who else has a season that we're waiting to see. Well, Albany Civic still hasn't picked. They're still looking. Did
Right.
you submit anything to direct next year, Ellen, anywhere?
I did not because I don't know if I should be saying this publicly. I'm sure it's fine. I've been asked to direct a curtain call next year. I don't know what. So I've kind of got that in my directing bag, and I can only do one a year. I really one
Yeah,
every other year because it's so
yeah,
much work. So I kind of took myself off the table for next season.
yeah.
Yeah.
I also submitted nothing, having just finished one for the Black Theater Troupe of upstate New York, and then
Mm-hmm.
moving right into The Roommate.
Mm-hmm.
One was a choice. One was play was already picked, which is what you'll experience with Curtain Call.
Right.
That was me with Black Theater Troupe. It was wonderful. And then The Roommate, which is something I had been looking forward to doing for a while.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
know it's exciting time when people start putting their seasons together.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I know Albany hasn't picked theirs yet. As you pointed out, Slock, yes. We're also waiting to see what comes down from Proctor's, what they'll be
Yes, the bash
releasing.
is coming up, right?
Right. that'll be, when's that coming up?
Someone mentioned it the other day, and I meant to ask them, when is the bash?
I don't know. Um, did you get a call?
I did not.
Me neither.
So,
I
so
think
either it's soon and we were not asked, or it's down the line and maybe we'll present again. Who knows?
whatever it is, it's okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, Adirondack Theater Festival just announced their season.
Ah,
You know, Martha Banta is leading that now.
mm-hmm.
And they're going to start with, is it Job or Job?
I don't
Albany.
know.
I'm sorry,
I'm not sure.
but they're doing it.
Yeah.
Then they follow that with Trapped, and then a world premiere by the Emmy-nominated writer behind the hit musical from ATF of Bo. But the show is Mother, Daughter, Father, Son.
Hmm.
Then one I adore is Come From Away.
Yes.
And then the beloved children's book now is on stage, as they say, for the whole family, The Rainbow Fish.
Yeah.
So they've got quite the season coming up.
Which reminds me of another one I'm really looking forward to, speaking of children's theater, is that Playhouse Stage is doing Elephant and Piggy, which is, if you're not familiar, it's a series from Mo Willems, and they're the most delightful books. My daughter's obsessed with them, so we will definitely be checking out Elephant and Piggy.
There's a lot of exciting stuff going on,
Yeah.
you know? And you and I are going to need roller skates. We're going to have to, we're going to be taping these podcasts at midnight, Ellen, at the rate we're
I
going.
know.
You know, I had a question I wanted to pose to the audience, because we used to do that.
Yeah, I know. We've gotten away from that, I think, because we just got busy, but we need to start that again.
Yeah, we will. We have to put that out there. So, um, I think we're pretty good. Anything else? It's just good catching up.
Yeah, yeah, it's good to talk about the beginnings of 2026 in the capital region, and let us know what you're excited about. Send us a line and tell us what we missed. Which I will throw out there that if you aren't part of the Cap Disc listserv, it's such an invaluable resource, not just for auditions, but they also post upcoming productions, which a lot of companies don't submit their stuff for, which you should. But the amazing Jeffrey Hawking from Slock has put together this beautiful website that you can go, and there's this calendar that shows you everything that is running the whole season. I think it goes up, it might include the summer. I think it might go to the end of summer, but you can just go in there and see everything that's going on in the area. So if you're ever like, what's going on? You don't have to look at each individual company's website. Just go there. So we'll post that link in case you don't know that
Yes.
resource.
And
'Cause it's really great.
when we remember, we pull the stuff off Jeffrey Hawking's site and put it on ours.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, great point. Also, another opportunity to see stuff, it's becoming more robust, is Metroland.
Yes.
Erin Harkis is doing a great job in really embracing local theater, and is also posting performances, not the auditions necessarily, but performances.
Great.
So get out, buy a ticket after the snow gets
Yeah.
cleared away.
Great. Well, it's been lovely catching up, and we'll talk to you all soon. I'm Ellen Cribbs.
And I'm Benita Zahn. Take care. Go see theater.
Thank you so much for listening to the Everything Theater podcast. Special thanks goes out to Alice Grinling for our photography and Justin Friello for composing our amazing theme song. Please remember to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you want to share your thoughts or what's going on in your theater community, you can reach out to us on social media or through our email at everythingtheaterpodcast@gmail.com. Till next time, it's everything.